If you're looking to get started with mindfulness meditation, this tells me two things about you. First, you've either tried the traditional meditation, sitting on your cushion, trying to breathe and set aside time for it every day. However, you couldn't keep up with it. You couldn't make it a habit and stay consistent with it. You may have even tried an app, a meditation app, but still it was very hard for you to stick to it. But you also know, if you want to receive the benefits of meditation, which is to have less anxiety, have less mental chatter in your head, be more resilient to stressful situations and stressful people, be more present and positive about yourself, then you know you need to stick with it over a longer period of time. And now you're looking for an easier way to get the benefits of meditation. And mindfulness meditation is actually the easiest way to get started, because it requires only very, very little discipline. It doesn't require a lot of your time. In fact, if you do it in the way I show you, it requires no time at all. Or you fall into the second category. You've heard about the benefits of meditation from other people that were raving about it, and now you want to get into it. You want to have a more calm and focused mind. You want to be less affected by stressful situations. You want to be more resilient to challenges. Then you're in the perfect place, because what I found from testing many different meditation methods, mindfulness meditation is actually the easiest way to get started, because it doesn't really require any extra time in your schedule, and it doesn't require a special place or special equipment or a meditation cushion. None of that. You can do it anywhere. Use what you have. Use the activities that you're doing on a daily basis anyway. And that makes it so much easier to do it regularly and to stick with it over a significant long period of time, so you get the benefits and you transform your mind and brain. And at the end of the video, I'm also going to share with you 30 guided mindfulness meditations that you can get for free, that I've recorded for you, that you can listen to have some guidance to get started. And I'm going to share with you how you can get access to those for free. The first thing you do to get started with mindfulness meditation is that you make a list of the activities you do on a daily and weekly basis. To give you an idea on how that looks like, I just made a list of my things that I do on a daily and weekly basis. These are things as brushing teeth, taking a shower, eating breakfast, taking a walk in the forest, cooking lunch, buying groceries, walking into the next room, drinking a cup of tea, going to the toilet, starting my computer, going hiking. You see, these are ordinary, simple, daily and weekly things that I do on a regular basis. So my job now is to turn those things I do every day or weekly anyway into my mindfulness practice, because that makes it so much easier to actually do it and stay consistent. And I'm going to show you how we can turn those simple, ordinary, everyday and weekly activities into a powerful mindfulness meditation practice in a few minutes. But first, let's go to the next step, because the next step is to select 3 activities that you do on a daily basis and 1 activity that you do on a weekly basis, and use that to get started with your mindfulness meditation. And make it easy for yourself. Pick the easiest thing to get started with that requires the shortest amount of time. For example, it could be on my list, brushing your teeth. Then it could be drinking a cup of tea and walking into the next room. As my daily practices, and as a weekly practice, it could be simply to walk in the forest. Now, when you've selected those 3 daily activities and 1 weekly activities, then what I find helpful is to note them down on a small index card where you have the 3 daily activities here and the 1 weekly activity that I'm going to use for my mindfulness meditation practice, and keep that handy. You can keep that in your pocket somewhere where you will get reminded that these are the things that you're going to practice for this week. Now let's go into the actual process of how you can actually turn these ordinary activities into a powerful mindfulness meditation. And what mindfulness meditation is, in essence, is simply paying more attention to what you experience in the moment, which means if you're brushing your teeth, pay more attention to it. And what does it mean to pay more attention? Well, paying more attention just means experiencing the activity more fully through your senses and less through your thinking. Because you might notice that while you're brushing your teeth, your attention might get absorbed in your thoughts, in your mind, and you start to think about certain things that happen that day, conversations you need to have, tasks you need to finish. And when you notice that, then you bring your attention back to the experience of brushing your teeth. This can be done through paying more attention to the sound that your toothbrush makes when you're brushing your teeth, or to the smell of the toothpaste, or to the taste of the toothpaste, whatever it is. Play around with your senses. And when you practice that and pay more attention to brushing your teeth, what you will notice is that suddenly the thoughts in your head have become silent, because all your attention is now in the moment and you've become really, really present. And that's the state you want to cultivate through the mindfulness meditation practice. And it may just be a few seconds when you start doing it, when you're brushing your teeth, where you are actually present, because then after another few seconds, you will notice suddenly your mind becomes active and your thoughts take over again. And when you notice that, bring it back to the experience of your brushing the teeth. And that constant catching yourself when you have lost your presence and bringing it back to the experience of the moment and experiencing brushing your teeth fully, that's what meditation practice really is. It's constantly becoming aware when you are not present and bringing it back to your presence. That's really what it is in essence. And once you're done with brushing your teeth, you just go throughout your day, and then when the next activity on your list comes up in your daily routine, for example, in my case, it's drinking a cup of tea, then you go through the same process. You start with paying attention to the experience of drinking the cup of tea fully through your senses, by smelling it, by tasting the temperature of it and the flavor of it, by looking at it, by listening to it, when you swallow it. All these things are really essential. And again, you will notice when you pay full attention to your experience of drinking the tea, your head will become silent for a few seconds. And you also notice that after those few seconds, your mind will become active again and you lose the state of presence. And then you turn it back to the experience of drinking your tea and you practice doing it over and over again. And this is how you go through the list of activities you've selected for your daily practice and for your weekly practice. And this allows you to really get familiar with the practice of mindfulness meditation and also to really be more present in your daily life. And after you've done those activities for a week or even 2 weeks, then you could move on to the next selection of activities. You can switch them out for different ones. Instead of brushing your teeth, you can now choose eating breakfast. Or instead of drinking a cup of tea, you can now use taking a shower. Instead of taking a walk weekly, you can now go hiking, which is something that I do, and use that as your mindfulness meditation practice. And it's always the same technique. You do the activity while fully experiencing it through your senses, through your smell, through seeing, through your sense of taste, through your sense of listening, and also through your sense of touch. And notice when you become really present, when your head is silent, and also notice when you lose the state of present, when your mind and thoughts become active again, and then bring it back to your full experience of this moment. So you see how simple it is. However, what can happen, what I notice happening, is that I simply forget doing these activities I've selected in that more mindful way. And a simple way that I found to keep myself reminding of those activities is to simply have a background on my lock screen on my phone that tells me what the activity is for this week, for this day. In this case, it's like stay present while waking up. Now, if you want to have some of these lock screens for your phone with these different activities to remind you to use them as your mindfulness practice, just leave a comment below and send them to you. I have a list, a bunch of them created for myself, and if you want access to them, I'm happy to send them to you. Just leave a comment below if you want them. Now, I've also recorded 30 guided mindfulness meditations that walk you through the daily activities that I do every day and on a weekly basis, and experiencing them fully through your senses, where you have me guiding you through those different sense experience, so you may find it easier at the beginning to actually reach that state of presence and keep it for a long period of time. And if you want to get access to those meditations for free, just click the link below in the description of this video, and there you can access all those 30 recorded audio meditations from your phone, from your computer, whatever is handy. You can get access to them and download them for free. Now, if you want more videos like this on diving deeper into mindfulness meditation in general, cultivating the state of inner peace and being less affected by the world around you, more resilient to stress and anxiety, then I suggest you just click the subscribe button in this corner of the video and you get notified whenever I release a new video like this.